Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I am the Black Snake, and today we are reacting to Arc Raiders, which is a game made by Embark Studios, who recently did the finals. So if you're familiar with that, they made this game as well. It is an extraction shooter, which I'm normally a fan of, but I haven't found one in a while that I wanted to dive into. This one looks interesting, but let's go ahead and jump into it. It says Arc Raiders early tech test gameplay from October 2024, work in progress, does not represent final quality.
Arc Raiders is a multiplayer extraction adventure set in a distant future here on Earth. Players start in Speranza, one of the few places in the Rust
so far it
Belt
looks
that is
decent.
relatively safe from Arc machines that occupy the surface. There are thousands of people living down here, and there is always a need for vital materials from the world above.
Okay, so right away, this is giving me the Division vibes, which is a good and a bad thing, right? So the Division had a great background story. I just didn't fall in love with the gameplay loop. I didn't like the fact that the enemies were like sponges, and I'm hoping that's not the case here, because that would turn me off personally. It may not turn you guys off, but for me, I don't want enemies to be bullet sponges.
The Raiders are the ones who put themselves at risk, both from Arc as well as other rival Raiders, for a price. It is from here that players can reach different parts of the Rust Belt through a network of repurposed tunnels.
I wonder if you can interact with the world below. I'm curious. Even if a little bit, that would give a lot of color to the game. Yeah, definitely giving me Division vibes for sure. This is my first time checking out anything about this game. I've heard it, I've seen the title,
We are following is on a quest,
but I haven't watched anything.
Vault from a research facility deeper into the city.
Okay, so they're interacting with random things,
The others in the
scavenging.
squad are after medical supplies, some rare parts, and their best lead is a pharmacy nearby.
Okay, and again, it's all about the gameplay loop for games like this. Like, what's gonna make me keep jumping back in for a extraction looter?
A red flare is a signal of a raider getting knocked down, but you never really know what happened there until you go look. Could have been a fight between raiders or Arc. You never know.
Wasp over there.
So I'm assuming Arc is the PvE element.
Wasp.
Alright, so a lot of people are going to travel from building to building like this. I can tell that already. Oh, those are drones in the sky. Yeah, and it looks like they're fighting a player. So the PvE element, is it all drones and stuff? I'm curious, or is it like humanoids? The graphics look good. I will say that at least. They look really, really nice. Okay. He has a flashlight.
They've reached the pharmacy now.
Let's get over there.
It looks like they are probably the first ones here, but you can never be sure, so it is wise to double check your corners.
Hey, Raider.
I wonder, are all the maps the same that you go into?
You
Oh, they're
wanna
talking.
split the loot?
Oh.
Making
Okay.
friends in the Rust Belt is not easy, but that doesn't mean it can't happen.
So, let me pause it. So, my number one issue right now with these types of games is the chances of somebody working with you are extremely, extremely, extremely low. What usually happens is as soon as you see another player, y'all start shooting. There's no ifs, no ands, no buts about it, especially if there's no mic communication. I get it that they put that interface in there where you could chat with people, but you're not going to take a chance, especially if you can lose your items. There's really no big reward in letting someone live just so they can betray you. That's kind of what it comes out to. Video games kind of bring the worst out of people when it comes to things like that. Okay, and I'm just noticing, I'm assuming that's the health bar and armor on the left there of him and his teammates.
Wasn't up there.
So is he a solo player attacking them?
Careful, that's a hornet.
That's another question. If you go in as a solo guy, are you in there with other solos, or are you thrown in there with groups and teams as well? Because you'd be at a big disadvantage if you're playing solo against everyone else. That was an issue I had in DMZ with Call of Duty. I kept running into teams as a solo player.
Found an antiseptic.
This is it.
Some plastic.
Looks like they got what they came for. And now it's time to get out of here.
Yeah, another thing, to really enjoy games like this, you have to create your own narrative and story, which is why I think they have the narrator over the gameplay to give it some color. I am concerned about the gameplay loop here. I haven't seen anything that would make me want to come back 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 times. What would make me want to play this 20 to 100 times? Like, that is the question, and that hasn't been answered for me yet.
Everything that you find will be lost if you don't make it out alive.
Yeah,
But
you lose
raiders know
everything.
this. It's what they do.
Yeah, and back to the Division. They definitely did the same thing where they created this story with the narration and stuff with the trailer. But when you got into the actual game, outside of the story that existed there, yeah, you have to depend on the gameplay loop. Is it fun going in, getting better guns? And yeah, that's it. Like I said, it's concerning for me. Let's jump back in. So they're going to chase this guy down, of course. That's another thing. When you run into enemies, they're not letting you go. You got to die. That's usually how people play in a lot of these extraction shooters. It's a lot of shooting. Oh, so he ran into a team now. So I'm assuming they tried to set up some type of a trap. Oh, his teammates died, so he's running now. It seemed like it was a lot of bullets to kill somebody.
Engaging in firefights may sometimes be the only way out of a tight spot. Other times, being cautious and staying out of sight is the better option to make it out.
More
For raiders
drones.
hoping to thrive, the Rust Belt is filled with opportunities and secrets. If you know where to look. You'll have to stay vigilant up there on the surface, where an armada of arc machines roam unchecked. Where motives of other raiders remain dangerously unclear. You'll need to be resourceful, work with what you have, and sometimes make plans on the fly.
It looks good. It looks like they put a lot of effort
Prepared to
into
risk
it.
to get what you want. Ultimately, you get to decide what kind of raider you'll become. Shaping your own legacy, your raider.
Yeah, it's kind of what I said. You got to build your own little narrative and story when it comes to these types of games.
And your home.
Okay. 2025, that's when that's coming out. Okay, so first impressions is I'm not hooked. I haven't seen anything with the gameplay loop that's pulling me in saying I must play this. Not only that, if I give it a shot, I don't see anything that would make me stay. And that's kind of the biggest flaw with these types of games. What's going to make me stay? The gameplay can be fun, but that's not enough to hook me, honestly. Me and my friends and get us all coming back again and again and again. And I think the second flaw with this trailer is having it be a narrated story. So even your interaction with the other player, that was narrated. That was fake. It was planned. It was timed. The sniper shooting him, that was timed. Them chasing him down. They created a story, which is cool. But for me, it's not telling me what the game is going to look like when I play it. Is it going to be chaotic? Tons of grenades being thrown, a lot of shot. Like, what does the game actually look like? Is people really going to work with each other? I doubt that. And that's my concern with this game. But Arc Raiders, again, coming out in 2025. We might check this out. If you want to see me play it, let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you think about the game. But until next time, guys, peace.